Hello, my name is Ashley Turner, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I like to draw plump lips. So I start off with drawing two little dashes, which are going to represent each corner of the mouth. So I start with that, and then once doing that I make a little V shape, kind of like if you were drawing a cartoon bird flying through the sky, that kind of shape, in the center of the mouth for where the center of the upper lip kind of dips down. As you can see here, I messed up. I thought it was just too low, so I wanted to bring it up a little bit, so ignore that if you can. And then after doing that, I kind of draw a light line to connect them with a little bump in the middle, like little mountains. If you look at it, it kind of just looks like a bird flying through the sky. The next thing I do is draw a curved line on both the bottom and the top where the center of the lips would go. And then I draw kind of a faded line connecting to those dashes, but I don't draw like a harsh line. I kind of make it faded. I like start from that center curve and kind of fade out. I then go ahead with shading, so I'm going to just shade the center upper part of the lip and then the very bottom of the bottom part of the lip, if that makes sense. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. So now I'm starting the next pair of lips, and you can see I'm starting it the same way with the two dashes and the little curved V shape to represent the center. And then with this lip, what I'm doing is I'm kind of showing what to imagine, like how to visualize the lips before drawing them out. So how I like to do that is to draw 3 circles. So I'll draw 2 circles on the bottom of the lip on either side, and then 1 circle in the center of the lip. And you can see it kind of gives it weight and shape. So yeah, once I draw that center line, I will then go ahead and draw those 3 circles to help flesh it out. Now in this portion of the video, I'm going to show you how I draw lips from different angles and viewpoints. When drawing lips from the side, I like to start with a triangle shape and then work my way from there. So you can see I'm using that triangle shape to flesh out the main shape of the lip. So that right corner, it has that dash to represent the corner of the mouth. I then follow that dash all the way through to the other side of the triangle to break up the lip into 2 parts, that being the upper lip and the bottom lip. And as you can see, after doing that, I really just will use the triangle as guidelines to flesh out the rest of the lip, give a little bit of shape, make things a little more rounded as well. And I'm pretty much just going to be doing the same thing with these pairs of lips. However, they are slightly more turned to the right, a more 3/4 view angle. So again, I pretty much did the same thing, made that triangle, used the right corner as the dash corner of the lip, followed that through to create the upper lip and the bottom lip. When drawing lips from the side, I had a really hard time figuring out where to connect them to the actual face. So as you can see here, if you take the line where the chin kind of pops up underneath the lip and your cupid's bow curves in, it should create a pretty straight line connecting through, and I'll show it here in a second. And as you can see here, I'm not starting with a triangle for this mouth, and that's because this mouth is going to be open and it's not a side profile of the lip. Because I wasn't using a triangle for this drawing, I took the shape of the lip, the end piece that it was going to be, and I simplified it as much as I possibly could to create that shape and then use that as a base for the lip, if that makes any sense. The more simple you can start with a lip, the better in my opinion. Just break it down into nice, curvy, luscious shapes, but keep them simple. And then I just went in here and just add a little bit of shading. I'm now realizing that almost every other lip that I'm drawing, I start with a different method. Sometimes I start with the triangle or starting with a base shape and then carving it out. And other times, like with this lip, I start with the dashes on either side and then the V in the middle to connect. I think the reason I do that is just because depending on, you know, what kind of lip I'm drawing or the angle of the lip, or if it's open or a closed mouth, I just find it easier to, like, certain methods are easier to draw certain kinds of lips. And I'm sure it's like that for other people too. So I'm sorry I flip-flop throughout this whole video. But those are just kind of two different methods, and whichever works best for you for the kind of lip you're drawing, use it. Also, a tip when drawing Cupid's bows, I try to never draw a harsh, like typical Cupid bow teardrop shape, because I find that that just looks really fake and weird. So as you can see with most of these lips, I do a light shadow to just kind of show that it's there, but it's not distracting and taking away from the lips. Now for the rest of this video, I'm going to focus on how to draw plump lips that are open slightly, some more than others, and just kind of show you my process. As you can see, I started with the dashes on either side, and then instead of creating that kind of bird shape in the middle, I just created a straight line across, and that's going to be like the bottom lip, and then that kind of square shape is going to be the open part of the mouth. I then continued to draw the bottom part of the bottom lip and the top part of the top lip, and those are pretty much the same. It was just creating that open section. And this lip is pretty much the exact same lip I just drew. I don't know why I felt like I needed to draw it again, but it's slightly different, but not much. So enjoy watching me draw it again. So this lip is going to start with the centerpiece of the upper lip and then the corners of the mouth, but as you can see, the centerpiece is way higher than the past lips that I've drawn, and then I slope down to connect to either of those curves. I then begin drawing the top of the mouth, and again, like with most of the lips that I draw, I have more detail in the center of the lips, but kind of fade out as they connect to those dashes. I also added some teeth that you could see and then shaded in the rest of the mouth. Unlike the first two open mouth drawings that I did, the opening in this mouth is going to be coming more so from the bottom lip lowering instead of the upper lip being raised. Here is the final example of me drawing an open mouth, open lip drawing. I don't really know what else to say about this lip because I feel like I've already said everything about how to draw open mouth lips, but I thought I'd keep this one in there just to give you guys more variety. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any other suggestions for different videos or tutorials you would like to see me make, please comment that down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.